Let's make a New Year's cake. I made a custard filling and then off camera I made a vanilla cake, which I very much burnt. As you can see, it's very thin and very much overbaked. But then I remembered this comment and tried my best to make a slightly creepy frog. For a cake that was 15 minutes overbaked, it actually wasn't bad. And I actually did enjoy.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but spring is coming.
The sunset, Lily realized she'd spent the entire day by herself, and maybe she should feel lonely, but she never did.
I love a cake you can have for breakfast, or lunch, whenever really. This is one of those cakes. It takes less than 15 minutes to put together, and it's a reliable standby for everything from dinner parties to picnics to stressful weeks when you just need to make sure there's something sweet on standby. The combination of fruity olive oil, citrus flavors, and super dark chocolate makes it pretty much irresistible, and it's even better the second or third day after it's baked, if it survives that long.
There's nothing I love more than making my friends a beautiful cake on their birthday. For this one, I started by simmering 1 cup of oat milk with a few Earl Grey tea bags. Then I went ahead and added 2 eggs and 1 egg yolk to a bowl and whisked that up. 2 cups of flour into another bowl with about 1.5 cups of sugar, baking powder, and a bit of sea salt. Then I went ahead and added about a teaspoon of loose leaf Earl Grey tea. I gave that a good mix and then took the Earl Grey oat milk off the stove to cool. I added some butter, vanilla, and the Earl Grey oat milk to the mix. Gave that a good mix and then I added the eggs, and I also added about 1 cup of hot water to loosen the batter. Once that was mixed, I added about 2 cups of batter to 3 6-inch pans and baked them at 350 for about 25-30 minutes. Once they were done, I took them out of the oven to cool and then started on a bourbon brown buttercream to ice the cake. I'd already browned the butter the night before, so I added about half of that and half regular butter to a bowl, and then about 2 to 3 cups of icing sugar, bourbon, and vanilla. This is where the fun started. I went outside to my garden and picked some beautiful purple pansies. They are edible, so this is what I used to decorate the cake in part 2.
Let's make the best bread I've ever had in my entire life. Mix together 110 milliliters of milk, 230 milliliters of cold water, 35 grams of white sugar, and 1 packet of instant yeast. Let it sit for 15 minutes. Then add in 500 grams of bread flour and 5 grams of salt. Once the dough has formed, add in 35 grams of salted, softened butter. Cover and let it proof in a warm area for 2 hours. I like to put it in my oven with the light on. Once the dough has doubled in size, flatten, knead, and divide the dough into 3 equal parts. Shape each piece into a rectangle and cover in dark brown sugar. The recipe doesn't call for it, but I would definitely recommend flouring your surface. Like, this was really difficult. Roll each rectangle into a log like you would a cinnamon roll, and make sure to pinch together all the seams so the brown sugar is completely encased in the dough. Once you have 3 logs, pinch the ends together, braid the dough, and place into your prepared bread pan. Let it proof for at least 1 hour, then brush the top with some milk. Bake at 355 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes, then take a piece of tin foil and cover the top, and bake for another 15 minutes. Enjoy!
The searchlights are on, Athena's in the Parthenon. The travelers are drinking their coffee slow as it moves through the mind and the breath. All that's left is the love that you gave me one summer. The pirate ships sail, the drunken men wail on and on. It's the same old song, but one man is quiet as he looks at the clouds, and he thinks about the love that you gave him one summer. When I've got no place to go, I sink low and I dig in the ground, and I do it by sound, and you're all that I've found. Yes, it's true, you're all that I've found. Telepathic mind searches for the signs of the light that dwelleth in God, and it searches for rain when it's dry, and it searches all the time for the love that you gave it one summer.